So today we are talking with Greg of Revolution Rickshaws. This is a Pedi-cab. It's a pedal bicycle cab, and we're here in Asheville, North Carolina, where Greg is visiting and just taking his rickshaw out for a spin to see how it goes. So, Greg, thanks for talking with us today.
Yeah, you're welcome, Eric.
Tell me about how you got this business started, because this is your business, yeah?
That's true. That's true. I've been operating one of these trikes in New York City since 2003. And once I started to operate one of these in the city, I realized I wanted to share the experience with others so that they could also be empowered to by the pedal power and by the economic power of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, by a sort of a holistic business practice, sort of. And so I established my company called Revolution Rickshaws in 2005, a couple of years after I started pedaling for myself.
Yeah.
And then with the intention, and it did, I brought probably hundreds of operators who were, you know, could make independent money for themselves. And I also, in that mix, I became an agent for this manufacturer.
Wow.
Which is called Cycles Maximus, a British company.
So you basically help promote their product to other people here in the States. When you say an agent, is that what that looks like?
Right. So I was the U.S. agent. I've been the U.S. agent. I actually still do sales for them. And they asked me to be their U.S. rep so that I could help to promote their product in the States, which I was willing to, because I did. As I got further into the industry, I was looking for the best trike on earth.
Yeah. Do you think you've gotten pretty close to finding it?
I'm feeling pretty good about this one.
Yeah.
And I've felt good about it for about 12 years now.
So tell us about some of the features on this.
So this one is it's a cab setup, of course. It's got 24 gears here. It's got a 8-gear grip shift. It's got a 3-gear hub deal, which is underneath. Yeah, 24 gears. As I was pointing out over here, we got a parking brake, which is terribly useful. Yeah. Especially in cities and wherever you are to park. Got a hydraulic brake set up right here. Activates the 2 hydraulics in the rear. And it's got a differential in the back. One aftermarket add-on in this particular model is a motor assist. So it's a pedal assist. It only activates while you're pedaling. And it's pretty elegant the way it integrates so that there's no throttle, as I mentioned. Yeah. It's just all pedal activated. There's four different settings for the motor. And it kind of enables me to operate in Asheville, for instance, which...
Big hills.
The hills. Yeah. They're not brutal, but, you know, enough that you're really not going to be pedaling, or you're not going to get anywhere quickly otherwise. So, that's an add-on.
Cool. That's a great thing to have. I think a lot of people would ask when they see something like this is, how can you do it? Isn't it exhausting? Isn't it tiring? That motor really takes the load off you, I guess. Yeah,
it makes it, you're still exercising, so you're still getting the experience, which is what I want. You can get setups where it's just a zoom motor. It's like a moped, and I find that a little off-putting because you're not pedaling anymore. You may as well be just motoring
it's a motor cab, basically.
Right. So I shy away from those models. But a lot of people do operate them. Yes. So there you go.
How long is a usual shift for you? Like how long can you run it in the city? Like just several hours?
Well, you can have multiple batteries. So I've had multiple motor systems and multiple, which some of them are proprietary. Some of them you can get your own lithium. You can have, they're either proprietary or you can have an open setup where you can find your own batteries. And, your own controller. This is more of an open system. I've had a proprietary system as well. Batteries will last anywhere. It depends on the size, from say 2 or 3 hours to all day. Okay. You know, this one I'm probably gonna, this particular setup I'll probably get six hours. Nice. 7 hours. Pretty regular use, yeah.
It's enough time to do some pedaling.
Indeed.
Cool. So one more question. How do you interface with like authority figures who come in and try and are there people that come in trying to tell you have to have a license or you have to pay a fee to the government or anything like that? Do something like this?
It depends on each jurisdiction. It depends on where you operate.
In New York, for instance, what was your experience there?
So when I started operating in 2003, we were sort of extra legal. There There was attempts by a couple of guys in the industry to get regulated, and the city was interested, but then 9/11 came up actually, and the city's priorities shifted. They weren't into the whole, like a pedicab industry in New York City is a pretty minor thing, really.
Yeah.
A gigantic city like that. So they never got around to regulating. So when I started, for about 6 years, it was unregulated when I was riding.
Just got to go out and do it and get your money and go home.
Well, it wasn't that simple, but it was sort of that simple. We were very much paranoid about getting booted from the streets, and there were moments we were charged a few times with vending without a license.
Okay.
And we even hired a lawyer to fight one of those cases, and we lost. So then we thought we were all done for, but they just sort of kept tolerating us.
They just kept going, and they never.
They didn't really want to put us under. So so about 4 years in, so from 2003 I started. 2007 the regs came, and then we actually sued the city because they were going to put my business, Revolution Rickshaws, and a few of our businesses, they were sort of going to smush us down to a really small size. So we actually got together and sued the city, and that pushed off regulations for another 2 years. And the regs only really kicked in 2009.
Okay, and you're still able to operate though?
And we all still operate.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, it's a really cool business. I think it's a great idea, and it's a great example of how you can use your own energy. And obviously there's an investment in the bike and there's an electric assist, but essentially you're using your energy to do a service for people and making money on it. That is, to me, pure agorism. That's a really great business model, and I think it's really cool that you've had success with it.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, it's something that you can do on your own, and it's an independent sort of revenue source, and you can, if you do it and you make it a practice, you can live off of this income.
That is awesome. That's great. And so today we're in Asheville. You just brought this from New York to try it out around here and see how it goes?
Well, I brought it because we're at Earth Haven, and I thought the Earth Haveners, which is an eco-village outside town here, and I brought it. I have another model, which is the pickup trike that you actually tried, and that pickup trike model, which is sort of a replacement for a pickup truck, I thought might be interesting to the eco-villagers, and they are interested. Yeah. So I brought both models. I brought, the cab. Yeah. And then you can plug and play to put different bodies on it. So I brought the pickup trike body for like when you're out, you want to throw some lumber in the back, or you want to do landscaping, you can throw like a mini version of pickup truck.
Yeah, you can haul some stuff around and not have to work so hard.
Yep, exactly.
Great. Well, thanks for talking to us, and thanks for the ride you gave us.
My pleasure.
And I look forward to seeing how it goes if you get any more rides out here. If you give any more rides out here today.
Yeah, I think it's going to heat up at night.
I mean, I bet you it will. All right. Well, thanks again, Greg.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right.